right, here we go. Okay, so Gary Fish from Seaview Mortgage, and today we have Jillian McNulty, and she is with Remax Long Beach Island, and we also have Brandon from Lenshore Mortgage. And we're going to have some conversation here today on what the market is looking like and what Jillian is experiencing with buyers and sellers. And then Brendan and I are going to have some how we've taken some of these situations and overcome them with success. So why don't you go ahead, Jillian, and introduce yourself once again and tell us a little bit about what's going on.
Yes, hi everyone. I'm Jillian McNichol. I'm with Remax of Long Beach Island. I've been a full-time real estate agent there for 3 years, and I also just purchased my first home. So it was really cool to go through the process, and I used Gary, and we had a great team, everyone. It just went so smooth. So I love just giving advice. I've been working with a lot of first-time home buyers recently, and I know this market is a little bit overwhelming for first-time home buyers and second, third, fourth-time home buyers alike. So we just wanted to give a little bit of advice. We are still seeing that a lot of the markets are very high demand and low inventory still. So there's multiple reasons for this. Just in general, rates changing, price changing. Also, COVID changed a lot of family dynamics, the economy, of course, financial situations for people. So in the past 4 years, there have been a lot of people that have made moves, and now we're seeing people staying put, less sellers. There's also different age reasonings. People aren't leaving their houses and going into 55 plus communities, for example. So there's a lot of reasons that the market is a little bit crazy, but there's ways to help that, and we'll give a little bit of advice on how you can strengthen your offer and help with negotiating.
Well, with people coming in to your office or calling you, you have some obstacles where the sellers and the buyers are not willing to have a home contingency sale. Some folks don't want to leave their home or sell their home and then not have a home to go to because it's hard. It's easy to sometimes sell your home, but then trying to find a home can be it could be difficult to a certain degree. Is that correct?
Yeah, exactly. So in a lot of situations too, people think that with this market how it is, we're seeing a lot of houses that are still having multiple offers, best and final situations. So one of the ways to strengthen the offer, we're seeing that sellers are not as willing to accept an offer that has the home sale contingency. So it's hard for people that are not first-time home buyers or we're not renting, and they have to sell their home first in order to be able to purchase. So by them making an offer with that clause, sometimes the sellers feel like, there's another party involved, then something that can go wrong. So sellers are favoring offers that do not have the home sale contingency, which can be difficult for people that have a house that they have to sell first to find how they can get around that.
Well, in working with Brendan, and that's why we have him here today, because he has some unique ways of overcoming these obstacles. And he and I have worked on something recently and two different scenarios, two different alternatives or options that could serve the need and take us through these let's say concerns. So Brendan, tell us a little bit about some of the things that you and I have talked about recently and worked on.
Yeah, so we do have a unique bridge loan program that is targeted at exactly what we're discussing here. Non-contingent offers, the way the market is right now, and the benefit of being able to put down non-contingent offers. So Gary and I have worked on a few scenarios here. Our bridge loan will enable borrowers to place non-contingent offers. In some cases, borrowers will come to us looking to use that up front. But also, in Gary's case, we did have a loan that we're working on where the borrower already was under contract on a new purchase. And we were able to offer an option for him to close on his new purchase while he waits for his departing residence to sell. And so that, not only does our program allow borrowers to make, very competitive offers up front, which, we can touch on in a little bit, but it's also useful if you have somebody who's already in the process and, it seems like there could be trouble with financing for the buyer on their departing home, or maybe the departing home isn't selling as fast as they want it to. This bridge loan program is also good for those loans that are already in process. So it's, not only is it a very strong product, but it's also pretty versatile in, the different ways that you can use it.
We also had another conversation that was similar in some respects to the bridge loan, but it had to do with the 1031 exchange. And that product was referred to as a reverse 1031 exchange, which is kind of similar in fashion here, where the person does not want to sell the 1031 first, but wants to go out and buy one. So that is something very unique to you as well. Is that also correct? I mean, we had that conversation, and that's something you offer.
Yes. Yep. So we do have, normal 1031 exchange programs, and then we also have a reverse 1031 exchange, which, through a qualified intermediary will allow the borrower to purchase their new investment property while they wait for their existing investment property to sell, and still take advantage of the, 1031 exchange benefits. So that is also a very powerful product. It works, very similar to our bridge loan program. The bridge loan is for primaries, but we do have a reverse 1031 exchange that is pretty similar to that, and that's for investments. And that's another unique product that we have. Yes.
Yeah. Jillian, that was for one of the agents in your office who was interested in that 1031 exchange program, but you and I haven't had the opportunity yet, or anything presented to us where these two products would work for us. But so far, this could help you with some of your clients that you have now or future clients.
Yeah, absolutely. Because especially, with the bridge loan program that you guys have and your spin on that, again, it's difficult in this market. I've seen houses that even for my own search, they had 16 offers on it. I saw one recently with 43, which is crazy. So anything people can do to kind of just give an edge, with the competition, and stand out a little bit. Again, the home sale contingency can be tricky because people always think that sellers only care about the number, but any listing agent is going to advise the seller, when they have a multiple offer situation, it's not always just the bottom line number. It's, multiple things involved. Sometimes it's timing for the seller, what's most important for them with closing quickly or waiting a little bit more. Occasionally they want like a rent back use and occupancy situation, which bridge loans could also, help them with if there's something that they're looking to do, the buyers with the contingencies. So it's not always about the numbers. It's definitely multiple things involved, again, with timing, and then with, when basically just confidence of closing too. So I think that these programs that Brendan offers could really help the buyers just strengthen their offer. And overall, the listing agent will advise, we feel like this has a good confidence of closing. Maybe there's higher numbers involved, but these programs are, very, very high confidence, and overall just a better offer than, if there's contingencies involved, which can make it tricky because, again, the more parties you have involved, the more things that can go wrong if there's another sale that has to happen first. So this is definitely great for that.
Oh, Brendan, your company does not use like a set of guidelines. It doesn't have the book that it opens up and says on page so-and-so, this is how we make our decision on this particular file. You really are like a cookie cutter lender where you take the whole application into consideration and base your decision on all the merits of the file. Is that correct?
Yeah. I mean, we do have some guidelines, of course, but it's really a flexibility on those guidelines that we have to make exceptions, we call ourselves a common sense lender. So if you have, a borrower that you look at the scenario or the file and you say, this obviously makes sense, but, it's something that would get caught up on the guidelines, we do have the ability to make exceptions to those. So say the max LTV that a borrower can go to on a program is 75, and okay, this borrower has very strong income, their credit's excellent, they have, a strong amount of assets, we're likely able to make a 5% LTV exception to get that done. Or say, the guideline says they need to be self-employed for 2 years and they're at 1 year and 6 months, but their income on the new business is strong and they worked in the same line of business for 5 years as a W-2 employee prior to starting their company. Those are the types of things that, we can make exceptions to the guidelines and still get those done. As long as we have the confidence that the borrower is going to repay us, we have some flexibility to get those things done, that other lenders do not. And that's another, big advantage that we have going for us.
Right. You also have quite a few different options to select when it comes to how income is determined, which, is definitely beneficial. We've had a few of those scenarios. And I guess the real point that we have to make to everybody is that, let's take a look at every situation, look and value it individually. And don't just think because someone has said that this isn't going to work. There is a possibility that can get turned around, with another conversation with us. And that's the whole idea. And I think, Jillian, you'll agree that, trying to give people a yes for an answer versus a no, that works out better for everybody.
Oh, yeah, definitely. And yeah, just anything that can kind of give more confidence, with the offer and when presenting to the seller, and having you guys having the pre-approval letters, having someone that's, solid. And sometimes listing agents, when they receive offers, they do call the mortgage loan officers and lenders, and they do check and they'll say, I have this offer, I just wanted to check with you, how is this person qualified, and can you explain a little bit more? So having these programs set up and then being able to get people in without non-contingent, as Brendan was mentioning, definitely strengthens the offer and the likelihood of everything going smoothly.
Good. Brendan, you have anything else you'd like to say to everybody before we sign off and let everybody go?
Yeah, I mean, you want me to just do like a quick run through of how the bridge loan works?
Sure, go ahead.
Okay. So our bridge loan, it's going to be 2 loans. So it's typically for, a borrower who owns a primary already that they want to sell, and they have a new property that, they want to go under contract on, or they already are under contract on. So what we do is 2 loans. We do a 12-month cash out refi balloon on their departing home. So we go up to 75 LTV. What that does is it pays off the existing liens, and then, everything over the payoff up to 75 LTV is cash in hand that they can pull out and use for down payment and closing costs on the new purchase. On the new purchase, we'll go up to 90 LTV. We offer, standard 30-year fixed options or interest only options. We can use, conventional income or non-QM income types like bank statements. And what this product does is it eliminates the contingency of sale from this borrower. So as I was saying, if you have a file already in process and there's some trouble with the sale, we could use this in that case. But I think where this becomes really powerful is, if this borrower comes to us up front, gets a pre-approval from us on this product, and they can then shop and place non-contingent offers with that pre-approval. So obviously, like Jillian was saying, like Gary was saying, a non-contingent offer is, the top notch that you can get when you're shopping. But something else to take into account is that a borrower who's shopping with a contingent approval versus non-contingent, they might have to put down 25 to 50,000 more, depending on the loan amount or purchase price, if they're contingent as opposed to non-contingent. So not only can this help them win the deal, but it also can save them a lot of money and how much they have to offer and end up paying on the home as well. So I think, that also is a huge benefit that, I do like to point out, because it actually can save your borrowers money in the end as well. So.
Well, I think that's all valuable information. And if either one of you want to say anything else before we sign off, I do want to tell everybody that we are all willing to take any phone calls or send us an email with any further questions. We'd be more than happy to answer, but we'll let Jillian go last. Jillian, is there anything else you want to say to everybody?
Yeah, I just want to say in general, I know it seems like an overwhelming market, and there's been a lot of changes the past few years. People are definitely nervous. Some of them are worried about their dreams of homeownership, but there are always ways around any situation that, potential buyers are in. So having a team like Gary, Brendan, and I, we can help guide, we can think of things, outside of the box, creative ways to get you in a home that you really love and get an offer accepted. So there's plenty of options with programs with the mortgage, or for me, I always make sure I always prioritize having really good relationships with other local agents. So I've gotten to know all of them over the years, and it's important when you're presenting an offer that as the real estate agent, you call ahead of time and try to figure out what the seller wants. And, again, it has its different needs. Sometimes it is just about the money, the bottom line price, but other times it's about the timing or the flexibility, the buyer not having a contingency where they are able to close, soon or maybe a little bit later as needed by the seller. So I can help guide, figure out what exactly the seller is looking for. And then that paired with Brendan and Gary's guidance with the mortgage part can really help just strengthen an offer and get it accepted. Even in a difficult market like this, it's still very possible.
Good to hear. Good to hear. Brendan, you're going to finish up for us, and then we're going to say, have a great day. So anything else to finish?
Yeah, no, absolutely. I'm on the same page as, Gary and Jillian. We're here to help around the clock. We move quickly here. We have a lot of good programs, and, we all want to work to figure out the best option to get these deals done for any borrower in, really any situation. So we're here to help in any way we can, and our phone lines are all open. So
Exactly.
Well, everybody, let's say goodbye, and we hope to hear from you. We want to give you more information and help you out. Be
Bye,
well.
Brendan. Bye, Gary.
Sounds
Have a
good.
great day, everyone.
Thank you. Bye-bye.